Well, I guess YouTube video number 3 for me. So I thought that it would be a decent enough time to talk about why so many people slag off the pentatonic scale, because it's not very nice that people do it. They should. There are 1,001 courses around the internet about learning the guitar, the fretboard, and all of that stuff, and the majority of them will use the pentatonic scale for this very thing. You can't do it in 3 hours or whatever they tell you, but it's an underappreciated and in a lot of ways still overlooked scale. It's looked as a beginner scale, and I find that criminal, to be honest. And I have a few reasons for this. So, the majority of that jam, a lot of that was all based around C minor pentatonic. It's 2 notes per string, so that's a very, very, very handy thing. The handy thing with 2 notes per string is, you're not doing too much work with this left hand, or your right hand if you're left-handed. And also, because there are multiple positions of this thing, it's very easy to tell when you are in tune or in key and when you are not. Very obviously right. Not. It sounds great. It is a great sounding scale. There's loads of great bends you can do with this thing. You don't need to use a ton of fingers when you're using this thing. You can do a lot with not a lot, and I like that rather than something that is vastly complicated. You can just do as you choose. Another thing that is incredibly useful with the pentatonic scale is the fact that you are only 5 notes is a pentatonic scale, and you are only 2 notes away from that becoming a minor scale. You just add those 2 notes to this and you get and then you're only 1 note away from a blues scale. which is the coolest note in the world when used correctly, unless of course you do a tremendously big spectacular lick and land on said blues note. Unless you really want it to sound dramatic, then this is not good. It literally makes your face go like that. But there is a reason that literally everybody that you can possibly think of, from Billy Gibbons / Eric Johnson, just countless players, Andy Wood, Guthrie Govan, Eddie Van Halen, Paul Gilbert, Bonamassa, all of these guys, there are so many more, will use this scale, and they will use it one hell of a lot. And I think it deserves a lot more credit than what it gets. It is one of the most usable scales on the guitar. I mean, for example, the fact that you can also, you can use this thing just in one string. Whatever, none of this stuff. You can use it as a 3-note per string kind of idea. A couple of minor notes ended up in there, but you get my meaning. I like to use it with my fake Jan Hammer thing that I stole for Guthrie Govan. You can use this thing for as much as you want, and like I said, because it's so close to having the blues scale note, it's only one extra note there. It's just an overlooked and underutilized thing, and I just love it. I'm not even that bothered that my playing in this video is not my best playing. Like, I'm just here to big the scale up a bit and to tell you guys, that this is a very, very, very cool thing, and I just think it gets far too much stick. It's not a beginner scale. You go and tell Eric Johnson that what he's playing is like for beginners, and I'm sure anybody would probably laugh at you for this. But it has so many applications. You can, use this and play major keys and minor keys, whatever. As far as I'm concerned, and this is a good friend of mine and a great guitar player called Steve Back always said this, that really, as a rock guitar player, you can learn as much as you want. This is no disrespect to that. I obviously use a lot more things than this. But really, if you've got a minor pentatonic scale, a blues scale, and normal minor scale, you can go out and play great rock guitar without any issue. That's really all you need to go and get yourself a gig. You can learn all the mode stuff, you can learn theory, you can learn chord construction, you can learn all of this stuff, you can learn whatever you want, but really at the base of it all, those three things make up the majority of rock guitar as we know it. And I think that's really cool. So I'm going to keep this one pretty short because I am doing this on a Wednesday. Normally I would do these on a Thursday, as I said, but I have something else to post about tomorrow, which is very important to me, quite a deep subject. I will probably get quite ranty on it and quite opinionated and all of that stuff, and a lot of people probably won't like it. I saw a couple of posts on said subject. I haven't told you what the subject is, but and people were calling people preachy about it and things like this. But I think it's some important things that need saying, and it will tell you guys a lot more about me as well. So I'm going to love you and leave you all. I'm going to try and keep this one under the 12-minute mark. We're approaching 10 now. So yeah. Thank you for listening about my ramblings about the pentatonic scale and why I love it so much. And I will see you guys. Well, you'll see me tomorrow. Thank you.